Record. Cool.
Awesome. Let's get started. So welcome everyone to our Monday night hangout. I just wanted to really kickstart off this evening with saying how cool it is about the excitement with all the promotions that are coming through with the Success Summit in mind. So I know that I'm ultra excited about being in the Hunter Valley in November. And I know we have a couple more places, I think, more to fill, but we want more people to be able to put their deposits down to commit to coming to the Success Summit. So, 3 nights in the Hunter Valley with amazing leadership. We've got people from all over the company pouring into our team, which is just phenomenal. So, I know we've got an awesome lifestyle experience going to be done on one of the days, which is really cool. You don't want to miss out on it. I know what it is, and I'm so excited for it. So, that's a really good time for us to do some really great videos for our business and to be able to promote that even further. Just imagine the FOMO that's going to be going on from that. So that's really cool. So if you guys are thinking that, you're not 100% sure if you still want to go or if you can qualify, please reach out to your upline, because I can tell you that anybody that is in this business now or that joins the business in the next couple of weeks can 100% get to this qualification to get to the Success Summit. So the $75 deposit is really just banking on yourself. If you're scared, can I get to that qualification? Yes, you can, and put some money behind it as well. So we're really excited for that. So please reach out to your upline if you're not 100% sure about what's happening and all about it. And we can definitely write down some goals with you and help you to achieve them as well. So enough about that for now. Let me introduce tonight our speaker, Zoe. Most of you will know Zoe, but I know we have so many new people that have joined our business. So I just want to make sure that everyone does know who Miss Zoe is. I like to call her the Queen Falconet. Every company has, someone that has the brains and the beauty behind the business. And sorry, John, but Zoe has the brains and the beauty behind your business. So everything, guys, that you see graphically, your websites, the DCN ebooks, Smoothie ebooks, Blitz ebooks, all of that stuff, all of our branding around the Detox, Cleanse and Nourish is done by Zoe. I'm not sure if everyone actually realizes that. And when I first joined, I didn't really understand the scope of what this woman actually does. And I know that I'm supposed to introduce you, but firstly, a bit of appreciation for you, Zoe, for all that extra work that you do, because a lot of us aren't actually in Zoe's business. Most of us aren't. She does all of this for the wider community, which is just phenomenal. So she does this all whilst building her own Juice Plus empire as well. Plus, Zoe has her own business. She has her own digital and social media consultancy business, which she services clients all around the world. So tonight, when we hear this information from Zoe about social media, she does this every single day. With clients all over the world. So make sure, guys, that you have your pen and papers ready to take down some really gold nuggets from Zoe tonight about social media. This topic can be one that people are scared of. I know that a lot of people do it wrong in the business, and also scares a lot of people out of our business, how other people might do social media. So I'm excited tonight to get some more nuggets from Zoe and really implement them as well. So Zoe, over to you. Can't wait to hear what you've got for us.
Awesome. Thank you, Lauren. You just made me feel a little bit tired thinking about all the stuff.
I know. When I was thinking of it all, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so much.
So much. All right. I'm just getting my press up one sec. All righty. Sorry, I've just got my PowerPoint here. Give me a moment. Okay. Let's share the screen. Guys, if you're on a mobile phone, I'm hoping that you can see this, but if not, I'll share these slides with everybody after, so we will see it. I think I've shared the wrong screen. So let me try that again. All right. Loz, can you see my prez all right there? Just give me a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all good.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I'll unmute myself.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. Awesome. We'll move that too. Cool. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit about social media. We're calling it wizardry just because that was what John called it. So I kind of went with it. So I've got quite a little bit to get through here, but I'm going to try and give you a little bit of background. So I want to sort of go through how we use social media in a really good way for our business. Just a couple of tips on like what we don't do online. And then the core part of this is really about learning how to do good posts around adding value and asking for action. And I'll go into that in more detail shortly. And then at the end, I'm just going to give you guys some tips and tricks as well, just a couple of little sort of pointers. So our good social media use for our business is really about connecting with people and adding value to them. So we do this in a lot of different ways, and I'm going to show you this in our posts, but I just want you to keep that sort of at the forefront of your mind as far as this entire presentation, that everything we do on social media is about people and, you know, helping them, providing value, educating and inspiring them. So we really use it as a connection tool. And when we do this correctly, it can absolutely be our friend. It can be quite powerful in our business, but just again, remember that it's only kind of 5 to 10% of what we do. So this doesn't replace talking to people. It doesn't replace getting on the phone. It doesn't replace the cafe catch-ups and all of that other fun stuff. But it is a great way to expand your warm market and into that cold market and use it to connect with different people that you maybe, you know, wouldn't have connected to otherwise. So I'm focusing kind of on 2 platforms here. So the first one is Instagram. So Instagram is kind of more of a public facing platform. You know, we have followers on there, and they're typically people, if your profile is public, which really, if you're using Instagram for your business, you need to have a public profile. So maybe you can have a personal one as well if you just want your friends and family on that. But as far as the business goes, you want to have it accessible by, you know, a wider audience. So we can kind of sometimes do some more action-based posts here because we can run it a bit more like a brand or a business. Facebook, on the other hand, it tends to be more personal. It tends to be, you know, like your current friends and family. It might be like people that you went to school with or uni with or work with. You know, it's kind of like your warmer market, and you will tend to have sort of known people on some level through Facebook. So this is kind of more about, you know, reconnecting and building relationships through Facebook. And of course, you know, we use it a lot for our team and like our business in general. Okay, so how do we use social media? So what I want to go through here is a couple of key points. Is one, who are you? So like, what's your kind of brand? What are your values? And then just going into how people actually buy us first and how we can build authority and why that's really important on social media as well. So when I say who are you, what I want you guys to think about and probably write these 2 questions down is, would you order products from yourself, or would you do the program? Like, would you start the program with you? And would you join yourself in your own business? Okay, so you want to put your best foot forward on social media all the time. And this isn't about being fake. It's just that, you know, we want to make sure that we're representing the best part of ourselves. So, you know, just remember that when you're posting on social media. And if you do want to use social media as an extension of your business, then you need to treat it like your business as well. So a good way to do this is to think about, you know, what are your values? What are your beliefs? How do you want other people to look at you and see you, and what do you want to represent? You know, are you a healthy mum? Are you a personal trainer who's, you know, inspiring people to get fit? Are you wanting to really, you know, present as a, you know, a mumpreneur or, you know, an entrepreneur? Like, think about how you actually want to represent and, you know, translate that into your social media. And the reason that we do all of this is because people buy us first. So yes, we have amazing products. We've got an awesome program, if I do say so myself. But, people do buy us and they connect to you because they can buy Juice Plus from a lot of people. So, if they're going to buy it, they want to, get it from someone that's inspiring them, that they trust, that is like leading them on a healthy path or leading them on a successful path in the business. So, we always want to be authentic on social media and generally in our business and life. And what I mean by that is be yourself. So be your best self, but don't try and copy somebody else because it's exhausting. I've tried to do this before. It's really hard before I'd really found who I was kind of wanting to be. And it's exhausting and you can't maintain it and it doesn't come across right because it's not you. So always be authentic, be truthful. Like we don't have to lie about our products, like they're awesome. So, there's nothing, we don't have to overpromise there. And we always want to focus on adding value. And again, I'm going to go into this more. And for those at conference, you guys might remember this quote, but I love this one from Simon Chan. And it's all about, increasing our curiosity and decreasing resistance. And that's what we want to aim for on social media. So, again, guys, like attracts like. You're going to attract your tribe, your vibe tribe, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to attract better people, if you find you're not attracting the people that you want for your team or for your clients right now, then focus on being a better you, because you're attracting what you're ready for. So our authority on social media, what I mean by this is, say you want to really represent and be a healthy mum on social media. If you're not showing people that, they're not going to trust you when you try and share with them, healthy recipes or anything like that. You have to lead people into this sort of community, into your environment and your vibe and everything that you're about. But also remember that, this is the long game. We're not going to build that kind of trust just overnight. You've got to do this, it's going to be at least 6 months. It could be a year. It might be even a bit longer. So this is why the social media is only 5 to 10%, is because we don't want to spend all this time on social media and do nothing in our business for 6 months. We've just got to do it underneath and let it build slowly. And don't get sucked into thinking that other people have built their Juice Plus business on social media, because I promise you they haven't. They've used it in the same way that we're using it to connect with people. They might have had an audience that they've built up for years before starting in the business. So they've had a head start. Okay. So it doesn't happen overnight. Just want everyone to be really clear on that. Okay. So very quickly, what we don't do online. So just some little tips around compliance, sharing our DCN program and stuff that we really never want to do. And this is very brief. So first of all, just log onto your virtual office, go to your forms and applications and download the PDF called the Franchise Rules, Compliance and Social Media Toolkits. And this just gives you an overview of what the Juice Plus company allows us to share as far as the products go. So if you're putting the Juice Plus name out there, then you want to be following these and just get familiar with it. It's pretty basic stuff. Don't say Juice Plus, maybe go a third arm. Don't, overpromise things. It's straightforward, but, as a franchisee, we need to be responsible and know these compliance rules. So with the DCN program, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but share your own results and experience with the program. Your story is your story. No one can dispute that. You can share your clients' results. Just, of course, ask their permission first. We don't want to, share a photo of someone in their underwear if they're not happy about that. There's a lot of before and afters on Dropbox, which have all been approved. So if you don't have clients yet, you can use those. And just the main thing with the DCN program, which I always like to emphasize, is that we want people to come into it from a holistic point of view. So I want to always promote healthy eating, and then the fat loss is kind of like an extra benefit that they get, because we don't want it to just be like a fat loss program, because there's so many fat loss programs out there, but it's much more of that holistic, creating long-term healthy eating habits. So just some stuff that we never do. We don't do negativity ever on Facebook. Don't go on there to whinge and, share your dirty laundry or share your trash. You know, we don't speak nasty. We don't drop the F-bomb. I've done it before in an email to my email list. This was like 5 years ago, and I still can remember an email I got back from someone who was just like, that was just so offensive. And I was like, oh my gosh. So don't be a keyboard warrior. If people have dropped a nasty comment on one of your posts, typically I delete it and I'm just like, bye, you're not a friend. Don't get into an argument with them. You know, don't be fake, don't outright lie about things, and don't, you know, oversell or overpromise, you know, on our products or the program or the business. Cool. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff. So adding value is what I really call the secret sauce to our social media. So the reason why and like how we can do this and why we're sort of adding the value first, and then I'm going to go through a whole bunch of value posts. So the 80-20 rule, which we know applies to like everything in our business, applies to this as well. It's 80% value, 20% like asking for a sale or asking someone to join us or taking action, as I call it. So we always want to be adding the value because it's building that authority and trust for us. It's attracting our tribe. This is really, you know, a great thing to understand, that we're not just reaching out and connecting to people by creating good content and value for people. We're actually attracting, you know, the people that we want. It's going to stop you looking like a salesperson or spammy. I don't know if anyone's ever seen like another franchisee or anyone in any kind of network marketing, and you go to their profile and it's just like, buy this, buy that, join me in this, do this, like me. And it just looks so, I just think it looks so bad and tacky. So we don't want to do that. So by focusing on the value, it just eliminates that completely. We want to inspire, educate, you know, share our fun lifestyle, share our healthy living with people. And don't forget that you always want to be engaging with other people's content as well. So, you know, comment on people's posts, you know, like their stuff. This also helps with the social media, like just in general, like on Facebook and Instagram with the algorithms. If you're engaging with people's stuff on Facebook, they're more likely to see your stuff again. And the same with Instagram. And I always like to do a heart over a like. Apparently that hacks the algorithm a little bit too. Who knows for sure, but, you know, can't hurt. Okay. So that's gone really blurry, which is interesting. Is that really fuzzy for everyone? Well, okay. Let's, all right, well, anyway, Kath did a great recipe one here. If you can't actually see what that is because it's pixelated, it's like a vegan bolognese, I think it was. But I love this because she shared the actual recipe in here. So she's given a whole lot of value to people. She's given them the healthy recipe. And this is showing Kath as like, you know, like healthy recipe, food authority, you know, healthy mama. She's building that up. And, you know, she's got a great little smiley face in there as well. So I love this one. It was cute. You can do this really short and simple. Like, don't forget that we've got our DCM blog. There is a bunch of recipes on there, guys. Like, I'd love you to share them because it saves you having to, you know, do the recipe, do the photos, all of that stuff. This is one that I still haven't posted yet because I haven't had a chance, but it's coming soon still. So, you know, get some like intrigue and get people commenting on it. You might want to like post a photo and just rather than link to the recipe, like just say, you know, message me if you want the recipe and then send them a link personally. And now you can kind of create that conversation. So just another one I did here, which is on Instagram. So I've popped the actual recipe in the Instagram post. You know, you can vary this. There's no right or wrong around whether you link to something or whether you put the content in there. Everyone's going to like take information differently. So I just do a variety of stuff, honestly, and it's sometimes hit and miss. But, you know, if you've got like a recipe, then like try sharing it with your community and see if you can get some engagement from it. So another one, this was from Jess, and I love this because she's got a gorgeous little boy in here with Ashley all over him, which is just great. Like, I mean, mums are going to relate to this instantly, I'm sure. And again, just building her as, you know, a healthy mum, you know, giving her kids good food and just building that credibility there. So this one was one I did quite a while ago, and so you can see the capsules are in there. what I've actually done is, this was a blog post that I'd done on acne, like hormonal supplementation. So I speak about the Juice Plus products in the blog post, but I haven't mentioned them in the post. There's no like brand name in there, so that people aren't going off and Googling Juice Plus, because if they do that, who knows what they find. Or if they go to the Juice Plus website, they spend 10 seconds there and they don't get the full picture. So I've sent them to a blog post, you know, related to the capsules to give some extra value. You know, I had a lot of comments on this. I had a lot of conversations in DMs from this post on my Instagram. And it just created that sort of intrigue as well around the capsules, because people sort of look at them, they're quite colourful, and it's like, well, they don't know what they are though. Another one I just did recently, like, I don't know if you guys have ever tried these, but the little polls that you can do on Facebook are quite fun, and you can add a little, like a GIF on each option or a photo on each option. So again, it's a really easy way to get people to engage. And the reason I did this is because I'd read a stat that there was like a 70% decrease in, or 70% of people have been like decreasing their animal and meat sort of products, which is kind of funny because it was 80% and 20% on my, you know, Facebook friends as well. So again, it's a great way to do it. And now I've got a bunch of people on there that I can, you know, pop them a message and say like, you know, like, hey, like, you know, I saw that you voted, and, you know, like, what's been your experience? And just, again, it opens up a conversation. So don't forget to like follow up people that have actually commented or liked your posts as well. And also I think the GIFs are kind of fun. Like the little rabbit was very cute. So another thing that we have been, I know like a lot of the other leaders and guys, and you guys have been doing this as well, is that live videos on Facebook are so good. Like there is only so much you can communicate about yourself and who you are as a person by typing away. It's just not that, you know, authentic, I guess. So doing a live video, it doesn't have to be long. Like most of the ones I do are like 2 to 5 minutes, maybe 10 if I'm blabbing on by myself. So I did one with Taylor recently. Like we had so much fun. I know Taylor was a bit nervous before it, but she loved it and she keeps bugging me to do more now. But it's great because, you know, you can do it with like a little interview style with your team or a client. And if you do it with a team, like now you're sort of doubling your reach as well on, you know, people on your feed are seeing it, or your Facebook, and people on, you know, Taylor's Facebook were seeing it as well. So another great way to do it. This one, like I just interviewed Taylor, asked her a couple of questions about like her journey, you know, being vegan, and at the end, like very gently, there was actually a soft sort of call to action. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I mean, you can go watch it on my Facebook page. So you can do this alone as well. This one I loved from John. He's just grabbed a, you know, super vibrant, healthy image. And he hasn't spoken specifically anything about like the program, the products. He's just sharing healthy lifestyle, and he's just sharing his, you know, authentic story about sort of the business and, you know, loving healthy food. So again, like don't feel like you always have to wrap products or program into it. You can just share, you know, general healthy stuff or general business stuff. Another one I did, this was actually quite a long sort of post that I wrote just about like being balanced with healthy eating. So again, just, you know, sharing, being a bit vulnerable with people, like giving, you know, asking people to kind of relate to you, and, you know, just like sharing your story on some level. So, sorry, I'll just mute you, Jess. That's cool. Steph, I love this one. This is a great thing to do, guys. Every time you get a new client, post a photo on your Facebook and tag them. You can ask them first just to make sure, but tag them, thank them for being a client, you know, say what you're excited about them achieving, whether it's with the program or the products or the shakes. You know, this is going to show up on their profile as well. So now they might have friends who then go like, oh, cool. Like, can I, you know, I want to try those shakes, or, you know, can you send me some information? So it's going to help you get referrals, but it's also just, you know, it's just a nice thing to do for your clients to, you know, get them excited about it. And you can do this on the team side as well. So this was just another one I did, like, you know, little fun quotes are always cool to do. It's pretty easy. I mean, I made this one myself, but you can find so many different healthy quotes online. It's not that hard. So just, you know, thanking these guys for, you know, jumping on board with the program and our whole food nutrition. Again, you'll notice none of these posts are sharing the Juice Plus name, just for that reason, because if you put the name there, everyone's going to go Google it and they just find information. And we need to share it in a way that we can answer all their questions. We can go through any objections they've got. And you can't do that if they're searching it online themselves. Okay, so lifestyle posts, which are obviously more related to sort of the business side of things. So again, this was me sharing my story. No one can dispute that. It's just like, sharing my thoughts around my business, healthy journey through the last sort of 10 years and, showing a fun photo of our gorgeous, tribe at the conference. So again, just starting a conversation, showing the lifestyle, representing what, the lifestyle business is all about. John does this amazingly well. His, Instagram, if you don't follow him, the Lifestyle Pro, he does a lot of travel passion, sort of, shares that travel passion, does a lot of travel posts, wraps that around the business. But, a lot of the time it's just sharing that lifestyle stuff. And you can see, well, if you can't quite see on these posts, but you'll notice he always asks a question. So, he said on this one, the freedom of being on the road, it's a huge magnet for me and always has been. Adventure, excitement, fun, the new experiences and friendships we have. I feel so alive when traveling. How about you? So he's opened that up for people to actually comment and engage back. And then the other one's the same, those super happy travel vibes, anyone relate, it never gets old. So, don't forget to actually engage with your audience. Don't just post stuff and just be like, oh yeah, that's it. You want to get people asking questions, commenting back and engaging with you. Again, with our business, it doesn't always have to be specifically, this is our business, this is what our business does. I was just talking here about, how busy's kind of gets glorified all the time and everyone talks about how I'm so busy and I've got this and that and this and that on. But, that's not necessarily a good thing. So it was just kind of offering something, related to a lifestyle business, but not directly, just again, in the hope that maybe it opens up a conversation where I can now, talk to somebody if they had said yeah, God, I'm so busy, or, I totally agree. And now I've got an option to, go and message and engage with that person. Kath, I don't know why I keep getting all of yours pixelated, Kath. I'm sorry about that, darling. So this one was Kath. You can't read it, but she was saying that the average CEO reads 4 or 5 books a month. So again, not directly related to the business, but she's just showing herself as a mum. She's a business owner. She's leading by example. So I love this one as well. And this one was one that I posted just about, being grateful for how awesome you guys are, actually. So, just talking about our Facebook group. So it was just to create a little bit of intrigue, sort of share what our vibes are about. I don't mention the business, I don't mention program or product, but I'm just talking about the kind of emotional side of it, I guess. And again, just create that intrigue and hope that you get some sort of questions from it. Okay, so asking for action. So what I mean by asking for action is, and why we sort of do this, again, so I'm going to do some examples. So when I'm talking about asking for action, it's all about what you would call a call to action, which in digital marketing terms we call a CTA, which can be a button on a landing page. But for us, it's trying to open that conversation, and we're never going to get people to go and buy from our website. It just doesn't work like that. The product is not simple enough. Well, it is simple, but you need to communicate it with someone in a conversation. So we don't have a model where you can send someone to your Juice Plus website and they'll just go buy it. I've literally had, in the last 10 years, probably 3 people buy from my website when I've sent them a link. It is so rare. So don't think that this is going to happen. But what we do want to do is we want to get the conversation open with them. So that's what I mean by having how and when to ask for action. When you're writing a post, one of my favorite things to do if you're starting this and you're not really sure, you're like, oh God, do I sound salesy, or does this sound weird? Just read it out loud to yourself. Seriously, it's the easiest way to figure out if you're sounding like a human or not. Again, you always want to be focused on the intrigue, creating curiosity, asking questions. Don't share the product name necessarily. Ask your audience questions like John does so well in his posts. Share your stories. Again, even though we're asking for action now, the value of your story and the authenticness and the vulnerability of that is still powerful in social media just as much as it is in real life. Try different call to actions. So ask people to comment on your posts, ask them to message you, ask them to vote if it's like on the poll. Like you can try different things to see how people will engage. Typically they want something easy. So if I ask people to comment, I normally say like comment this emoji and put whatever emoji up. And then it's like 2 steps for them. One, they put the emoji, 2, they press send. So like it's easy for them to do this. And I'll show you a way to do this great on Instagram stories as well. And then again, don't forget to follow up with people that liked your post or commented or wanted more information. Take it into a message, organize a phone call, organize a catch up, depending on like what your relationship is with that person. Alrighty. So again, I love doing live videos. I used to hate doing them actually, but this was another one I did. I just did like a flashback to what my life was 10 years ago before I started taking the capsules. So I've titled it like life before and then put a bunch of fruit and veggies. So again, it's a little bit of like, oh, like what's she talking about? Like before 6 emojis. No, but like done a little flashback, shared my story, spoke a little bit about health and wellness. So it was a little bit educational to people. And then right at the end, in about 10 seconds, like I've said, message me if you want some more information and have a great day. Like it's so simple. You don't have to, just do a call to action. I've added all this value first and then just at the end dropped in a little, gentle call to action there. Just did this one this morning with Michelle and she's already had about, 343 views, 10 comments, bunch of likes. She's got a heap of people to follow up in her, her Facebook friends now. And this was another one I did, asking Michelle about her experience with our products, our functional plant-based products. Again, I haven't used the name. We've doubled the reach. This has gone to my audience and hers. So this is great for me too. Like it's showing me as, like I'm interviewing someone about their health and wellness. It's promoting Michelle as, being healthy and everything as well. And then right at the end, I just said, we've got our DCN challenge starting on the 22nd. If you, want to join, then just pop a comment on here or message Michelle and she can share some more information with you. So like super easy, again, right at the end of the video, not a big like sales pitch or anything, just, fun little chat. So this one I did for our plant-based shakes and you can see there I've done like a little comment, the little like leafy green emoji, I don't know, plant or something. If you want to trial our plant-based shakes for 30 days. So if you go into your VO, you can actually order 30 days of shakes for people. And I've said it includes our smoothie Bible ebook. So it doesn't even have the shake in the photo. I've used it in this recipe and just listed the recipe on there as well. So again, I've added some value here, but it doesn't show the products. There's a little bit of intrigue. And I'll tell you this one worked because I literally just signed up a new shake customer. So so like that was one I did on Instagram and the acupuncture lady on there as well. I've actually been talking to about the business now. So, these kind of posts that create a little bit of intrigue, offer some value, a nice, fun, like eye-catching photo is going to definitely open up conversations for you. But also remember, like this is me. I've built my Instagram account over a couple of years now. So this is like constant, content that I'm putting out there. So don't feel upset if you put a post up similar to this and it doesn't work for you straight away. You've just got to, keep building it over time. Lovely little Steph did this gorgeous one. I love this. She made, like a healthy snack challenge. Like have fun with it. Like there's different ways that we can share our shakes. She's put in some great, key points about the shakes, like the 13 grams of protein, the superfoods, ancient grain blend, really like promoting the uniqueness and the benefits of this. And, just talking about like some of the benefits that she's had. And then she's got a really nice call to action at the end, pop me a message, babes, to grab your shakes and a free smoothie ebook and access to our online support group. So, she's offered value there. She's done this in a very natural way. It doesn't seem salesy or anything like that. And she's got a great photo of the product as well. So this is the Instagram story one that I was saying. So if you guys are on Instagram, then when you do an Instagram story, you can add a little, I think it's a poll. And what you can do is you can put at the like a question in there, and it will say, you know, do you like want me to, and then it's got an option of send me prices or send me info. So you can change like what the question is and what the poll options are. And so you can see here I've got 25% of people said send me prices and 75% send me info. I love these. I'm doing these like once a week now because, and just with different things, whether it's business or program or product, because I've literally asked people permission, like, do you want some information? They may or may not sign up, but I've at least got their permission to now send them a little message. And it's so easy because I'm not spamming them. Like, they told me, send me some information. So it makes it really fun. And it's just a simple way to do this. And like, you can have a lot of fun with it, obviously, you know, doing different photos or boomerangs or whatever it is. But again, it's that interactive thing, getting people to engage back with you and then, you know, share the information. Just another capsule one we did. So again, no packaging, no product branding or anything in there. This was when we were traveling on our immense trip, and, you know, we'd had like, you know, 4 different flights. And so I was just saying, you know, travel essentials, doubling up the dose. Again, like, people are going to be like, oh, like, what is that? Like, why does it help, you know, when you're flying, you know, blah, blah, blah. So again, we got a couple of questions and messages off this one. Carrie, who did a great post. This is a great example of a post for someone starting new in the business. And I know there's a couple of you guys on here. So, you know, she's shared a bit of her story, like what's been going on. Life's been busy. It's great, but, you know, I've had lots of ups and downs, and I want to, like, you know, get on top of my health and wellness. And then, you know, further down in the post, she talks about, you know, like, I want you guys to do it with me. Like, you know, come and do the program together. So I love this because it was like a really fun, vibrant post, and you can see she's got comments on there, and I'm pretty sure, you know, she's had people come back to her and, you know, actually engage and want to do this with her. This was one that I was talking about, you know, being healthy and not skinny, like nourish, don't diet. So again, promoting our program. And, you know, this was quite a sort of a post where it was very much saying, like, you know, I get it, like, life gets busy, it's hard to stay on track, but, you know, I know that you want to, you know, feel good again. Maybe you've tried all the crazy diets. So I've written it in a way, like, if you go read this on my profile, on my Instagram account, I've written it in a way that a lot of women will relate to. That's my target market. So I've spoken to people how like what my story is, if that makes sense. So again, like, I'm being myself here. I'm just sharing like what I went through, and that I hear these problems from so many girls come to us and do the program and the results that they get. So it's really relatable. And I had a heap of likes on this, a lot of comments and a lot of engagement with it as well. John, again, like on the business side of things, his Instagram account is much more like business focused. He comes from that side. I tend to come from the health and product and program side. So he shared a story here about, you know, a couple that we met in the MentorWise. What was it? He's just shared a story about a couple who reached out to him, you know, about building the business and their story and, you know, what the success that they've had. So it's not his story, but he shared it, you know, their story. And then at the end, he's asked questions like, do you have a bucket list, dreams that you want to achieve, but you need an opportunity? I can help you get there if you're prepared to work on it part-time. So he's filtering people a little bit here. I'd love to help you. Let's work together and achieve your lifestyle goals. DM me now. So it's a quick, you know, CT at the end, but again, he's asking these questions to get people thinking, and he's got a fantastic photo there. Like, I don't know who doesn't like that photo, but, you know, like, it's going to do well on Instagram. Like, you've got to remember, Instagram is all about the photos. This one I still get comments on. It was back in May, and it was a business post. So it's sort of a longer version of what I do when I share about the business. So I give a bit of a summary about the biz, you know, like the key points, like it's flexible, you know, it's an online income stream, like working around 15 hours a month from wherever you want to, bikini optional. So I've tied it into the photo. Clever, I know. And, you know, it's around health and wellness. So if you want a couple $100, or if you want to, like, you know, like replace your income, like, you can do both. So I've sort of opened it up broadly. You can target that down if you want to, but, you know, again, it's like, try different things. And then at the end of it, I've just asked people to comment if they're interested. And then I've, you know, gone into a DM sort of message conversation with them, and then gotten onto a phone call. So again, also I like to always, when I post about the business, you know, I'm always like, I'm looking for 2 people, I'm looking for 5 people. I'm looking for everyone. Like, but you know, if you say like, I'm looking for people, whereas if you say 5, it just sounds a bit more limited. Again, just another one that I did. This was a little bit shorter. It's got quite a sort of, not intense, but, you know, like the CTA at the end is, you know, send me a message right now as spaces fill fast, just creating a little bit of urgency around that. And, you know, just a different sort of wording around, you know, how I sort of shared the program and our whole food products. And also I've tagged the DCN Instagram page. So like, you know, people who want a little bit more information, they can kind of click through, see a little bit more about what the program's about, and then, you know, maybe come back. So you guys can do that as well. Like the DCN Instagram or the Facebook page is there for anybody to just like, you know, like share with your contacts too. So this one was, well, it's a pink line, like, which is not related to the business at all, but I just made it related and spoke about looking for fierce lionesses and lions to join our growing tribe. So, you know, you'll be partnering with the Healthy Eating Program and our whole food products to help people improve their health. Comment pink line to hear more. I got like a couple of pink lines on there. And, you know, then I've also done like a sort of a second CTA under that. And it says, if you're an action taker, click the link in my profile and watch the 20-minute video, My Story, Why Most Detoxes Don't Work, and about the DCN program. So it's kind of like filtering people who are, you know, more genuine. And I did have people come back to me who watched the video first and then wanted to actually talk about it. So that's another way you can do it, you know, link to the 20-minute video of me talking about the program and the products. Lauren just looks gorgeous in this photo for one thing. So who's not going to like stop at that, guys and girls? But I love this because she's made it really seasonal. So I think she posted this, was it November last year? So, you know, she's talking about how people are always winding down, but she's winding up at the moment because she's making these the last, you know, 8 weeks of the best of her 2017. So like that to most people is like fun and exciting. You know, she said like if you want to earn $500 to $1,000 before Christmas, and again she's made it limited to like 5 women. You know, I want to help you. You know, and doing it around your current jobs, family, and commitment. So, you know, Lauren shared like her story about her being a mum, you know, working mum, business owning mum, you know, and made it really relatable because like who doesn't want more money at Christmas time, especially if you've got a family with kids. So I love this post. I think it was really good. And, you know, you can see she's got a lot of likes and, you know, some comments and things on there as well. All right, we're getting there, guys. I'm not far off. Okay, last one. So this is like just a short version of how I share the business on Instagram. So I've said, if you're not earning money while you're in a bikini or online, then what are you even doing? I'm looking for 2 babes to partner with our health eating program and our whole food products. Comment bikini for information. And again, like, you know, just showing the lifestyle, you know, from our photo when we were on holiday in the Mentawais, you know, and just like people love the idea of being able to work from wherever they, you know, can and doing online stuff. So it's attracting in that kind of market. So this one also had a lot of likes and I got quite a few messages and comments on this one too. Okay, so tips and tricks, and hopefully this answers a couple of questions that I sort of do hear or see in the group. So I've got some general kind of tips for you guys, how to find some great images, a couple of apps that I love and use, and no, there's no further learning. That was a mistake. Okay, so just quickly, like, what does your profile say about you? Again, sorry, they're a bit blurry, but so if you look at my Instagram account or John's, then you'll see both of our profile descriptions are very like distinct and targeted to what we do, who we want to attract, and our vibe. And they both have a link in the profile. So mine says I'm a health biz coach, and then in brackets it says earn money online or earn $ online, co-founder of the Complete Detox Cleanse Nourish, studying nutrition and health coaching, surfing and wanderlust. And then it says clicky click, and there's a link, a bit.ly link, which is all the info is here, girl. And the link goes to, I've got like a web page, which has got a whole lot of different links on it to the program, the business, and all sorts of different things, just because I have so many different kind of bits and pieces. You can just literally link to the DCN website if you want to, or link to your Facebook page, or you can use, I think there's an app called Linktree where you can like set up a number of different links if you want to. And then John says, you know, you can see it's more business. His is like laptop business and lifestyle. For those looking for an earnings opportunity, I've helped hundreds set up online cash flow. Inspo is from the VIP Success Mastery, so he's linked to his other Instagram account. And then his link is for his free ebook. So that's where he's offering value. And, you know, you can see that both of these, like I've got more of that health focus. He's got more of the business, you know, online sort of earnings focus. And that's like, we bring people in like from different angles. So if you're the healthy, you know, health nut recipe person, then go that angle and bring people in that way. If you really are into the business side of things and do that, like work in your strengths. I still say that I'm a health biz coach, but you know, I'm a health biz coach, not just a biz coach. So, you know, you've got to do like what you're good at and where you kind of want to take it as well. Oh, and the same goes like for your Facebook account too. So like you can change, I didn't screenshot this, but you can change like what your Facebook says about you, you know, like your study and like where you live and all of that sort of stuff. You can actually show, again, very similar things, and you can link off to your website, link to your, you know, say that you're like, you can tag the DCN page and say that you work at the DCN, like go for it. You can absolutely do that. So just summing up, like especially on Instagram, I think because it is a public facing thing, and this is not a negative thing, but it should be like a highlight reel of your life. So like kind of like, you know, the movie trailer or something, if you want to call it that. But I just mean like, don't post like if you have eggs every day for breakfast, we probably don't need to see a photo of your eggs every single day for breakfast. But you know what I mean? Like you don't want to just post the same stuff all the time. You want to post stuff that is inspiring and fun for people, you know, and like I have, you know, sort of healthy recipes and things, but I don't want to just post food because that kind of limits my market. So I post, like my focus is a combination of like, you know, healthy living, food, travel, and then, you know, I pop selfies in there because for whatever reason on Instagram, selfies do well. So go figure, it means you've got to put makeup on occasionally. So just like know your brand and really own it. So like the first image here is my Instagram rolls in like a rainbow feed. That's just the thing that I've done with it. John's is all really like, you can see very vibrant colors, lots of lifestyle, beautiful, you know, photos. And then I've just popped in an example of a US blogger called The Skinny Confidential, just because she has such a strong brand. Like you can see it straight away there. It's all pink, black and white. And that's just, you know, like her brand is very, very strong. So know what your brand is, think about it, try and plan it out a bit. Like don't just, you know, post photos like without even thinking about it. Like try and actually consider what are you trying to represent again. Okay, so very quickly, a couple of things. Again, I'll share these slides with you guys so you don't have to try and scribble these down, but some great like free stock photo sites are Pexels, PEXELS.com and Unsplash.com. They're kind of overlap, but there are some different photos on both of them. I like these. I use it a lot for my design work as well for my business, but they will have great photos and you can search different things. They have nice little collections, like a travel collection. So it's really easy and fast to find stuff on there, which is important because we don't want to be spending hours trawling for photos, obviously. And then obviously, you know, Tumblr, Pinterest, reposting stuff on Instagram. If you do that, obviously it's great to credit people. Don't just steal their content and not say where it's from. It's kind of rude. So yeah, for like quotes, infographic, food photos and stuff like that, obviously anywhere on social media you can find that. And then obviously on our Falcon Uni website, we've got all of our DCN marketing images and collateral. And if you don't know where they are, like do just speak to your upline and they can show you where. Okay, some couple of apps which are really helpful. So Canva, which is, there is a mobile app, but it's not very good. I typically use it on desktop. There's a DCM team account. If you want to use it, again, just ask your upline for the login details or on the Falcon Uni website, or you can create your own one if you want to, but there is just a lot of content in the Canva, in the team one, sorry. WordSwag, which is a mobile app, which is really good for like putting text over images. And also Over is another one. I think it's only available on iPhones, but it is a good one as well. And then If you do want to like start trying to plan out your Instagram account a little bit, you can get Plannerly or Plan. I think Plan is free. I have Plannerly. It's like $9 a month or something. And then that is pretty much it. So just always be adding value, guys, and, you know, don't sort of get caught into the buy thing, and just, you know, really try and focus on, you know, giving back to your audience. And that's it. I think I went way over time. Sorry, guys.
Awesome. Thanks. So, no, you're allowed to go over time when you put that much value into it. That was amazing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
I'm just going to recap really, really quickly, guys. And just, I think the biggest thing is what Zoe said is, although we've just spent, you know, 45 minutes on social media, it's only 5% of what we do.
Yeah.
So don't think that, you know, oh, I'm just going to go build a business online now, because as Zoe said, you know, you can't build that authority overnight. It takes years to be able to do that. So don't get stuck in that, oh, I'm just going to go build it on social media now. So, but absolutely, you know, start doing it, start adding value, start getting the trust, and have fun with it as well. So that was amazing. And when Zoe gives the slides to us, you know, print them off or have them somewhere and just flick through them, you know, every now and then to remind yourself of some really great tips as well. So thank you so much, Zoe. That was amazing. And I hope everyone has a good night. Oh, sorry, just quickly. Conference tickets went on sale today for Melbourne 2019. Zoe's already got hers. I'm getting mine tomorrow. So $220. It was heaps cheaper than all the other years.
So cheap.
Yeah, so that gets you the full 2 days of conference plus the gala cocktail party afterwards as well. So that's an early bird price. That's only until November, and then it goes to $290 or
$297.
$300.
Yeah.
So you're saving $80 to get in before November. So, you know, take some of your September and October pay and put it towards a conference ticket, so you're not scrambling next year. So that's really exciting too. So thanks, everybody. We will see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.